Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 32 Boys 1 Cup Korean Group #1. It's 2 Korean groups in total for this tournament, and of course this is gonna be a fresh best of 3 coming up. Now of course, before we get too far into it, again I want to draw attention to our sponsors displayed lovely down here at the bottom of the screen. ChairsForGaming.com, Canadian DX Racer retailers, now ships to the United States for free. We got Cooler Master, he's been giving us some cool giveaways, got some headsets and stuff too. I think Zombie still got one we might give away at the end of this tournament. But follow them on Twitter at CM_esports, and last but not least, Proxy.gg, guys. They run a fantasy esports team website. They've got cool prizes you can exchange. Unlike Partoofs, you don't have to worry about raffles. You can actually exchange your points straight up for prizes. But it's the same sort of premise. Imaginary points for cool esports teams. But since we've got an early pool, let's do these intros. In the bottom right corner of the map, looking to do what is possibly 10 pool Bailings, we have Yoey Flash Wolves, Blue Zerg player, Leenock.
Never left Oz, the red Zerg, it's Spider Check.
Let's hope he checks what's going on in Leenock's base. But no, in all seriousness, this is, we always talk about it, like, this is seriously one of the most difficult things to hold off when it comes to ZVZ. This can also go marvelously well. If you hold it off, you're kind of going to be in a set position to win that game afterwards, but at the same time, this is just such a brutal move that tends to go unscouted most times. And I think on King Sejong, you can squeeze your first 6 lings out without that initial Overlord seeing you. I believe.
Yes, it looks like it. And they're already out and the Overlord's not there, so. Now, it is a longer map than it might look initially. You have to wind a bit around, so there's a reason that most people actually feel pretty comfortable about taking a 15 hatch. But it was a 15 hatch, or maybe it's like a 15 hatch, 15 gas, and then maybe a 16 pool. So it was a pretty late pool is what I'm getting at. Like probably the latest that you could get
hatch
without doing something crazy like a 3 hatch, right? So he's in a kind of a bad position, but these all-ins always depend on whether or not the Baneling controller just absolutely miscontrols, which you might be like, oh, it's a pro gamer, won't happen, but we've definitely seen pro gamers do it too.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm sorry, I've actually fallen behind the subs. We got so focused on the tournament here. I got a big shout out to Mr. Verifin, who subbed a little while ago. We're going to add both these guys to the overlay. But, oh dear, he's going to realize his Banelings. And this is a really ballsy move, of course, to mineral walk through Banelings, but this is also something that Check may die to. Oh, again, First Blood's still bugged on Banelings.
I don't understand. Is he going to run? Just like, you can't catch my drones. Your Banelings don't work then.
I mean, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, but
run.
What's he like? He's not mining. He's got no money to work with. He's got a queen on the way because he's baiting time. Doesn't cancel the spine crawler. This is falling apart for Check very quickly.
Yeah, I feel like it's already gone past the point where like Check maybe makes a miracle hold.
Decent Baneling connect. Of course, with the Banelings at this point, like normally you want to use these to zone out your opponent's lings, but Leenock has so many more lings is the problem.
Yeah. He does have a queen. It's not in the most favorite position though. It has to be between the hatchery and the spawning pool. Like that's where it's kind of there for, and well, just surrounded.
Yeah. If you go in that little nook that Zombie was describing right there, it only really allows 2 lings at most to hit you at a time. But this is kind of a position where Check's on 6 workers. If he loses any more, it's game over. So Leenock, while he's focusing on the lings, yeah, doesn't really need to worry about it. GG. Game #1 will go very quickly to Leenock.